వెల్కమ్ టు రెయిన్బో మీడియా. నేను భార్గవ్. సో ఇప్పుడు నాతో పాటు ఉన్నారు వెరీ టాలెంటెడ్ యాక్ట్రెస్, సూపర్ డాన్సర్ అండ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఉమెన్. మీ స్మైల్ చాలా బ్యూటిఫుల్.
What do you think?
మీ నేమ్ మార్చాలి అని అడిగినప్పుడు వాట్ యు ఫీల్? సో మీకు ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ వచ్చింది, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం సాంగ్ వచ్చింది. ఏది మీరు చూస్ చేసుకుంటారు?
And I love the Tollywood music and the full.
Which type is your most difficult for you? Like emotion, dance, comedy?
Effort is, I would say, romance. It's a little.
యాక్ట్రెస్ కాకపోయి ఉంటే ఐ థింక్ స్పోర్ట్స్ కోటా లేదా గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్లో ఉండేవాళ్ళు. ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఫేస్ చేసిన ఎనీ బ్యాడ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, వైడ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో మీకు టఫ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఏమైనా అనిపించిందా?
Oh my God.
ఐ లాస్ట్ మై మదర్ చాలా యంగ్ ఏజ్లో. సో మీ లైఫ్లో కూడా మీరు ఫేస్ చేశారు. సో అప్పుడు హౌ యూ బయటికి ఎలా వచ్చారు? ఆ 2 yearsలో గాడ్ని నమ్ముకునే వాళ్ళ లేకపోతే?
See, me and my prayers is a very.
సో మీరు ఆమెని క్యాన్సర్ ఫౌండేషన్ అని స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. సో మీరు ఆ ప్రాబ్లం ఫేస్ చేయడం వల్ల ఒక ఫౌండేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అనే థాట్ వచ్చిందా, లేదంటే మమ్మీ ఆ ప్రాబ్లం ఫేస్ చేశారు అప్పటి నుంచి మీకు ఐ వాంట్ టు డూ సంథింగ్ ఫర్ క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్స్ అని అప్పటి నుంచి ఏమైనా ఉందా?
Absolutely needed in India and are missing. What, there is nothing in India.
Any dream roles? హాయ్, వెల్కమ్ టు రెయిన్బో మీడియా. నేను భార్గవ్. సో ఇప్పుడు నాతో పాటు ఉన్నారు వెరీ టాలెంటెడ్ యాక్ట్రెస్, సూపర్ డాన్సర్ అండ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఉమెన్ హంస నందిని గారు. హాయ్ మ్యామ్.
Hi.
ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
I'm doing good. How are you?
సూపర్. సో యాక్చువల్లీ మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తే మీ స్మైల్ చాలా బ్యూటిఫుల్గా జెన్యున్గా ఉంటుంది. సో చాలామంది కాంప్లిమెంట్స్ ఇస్తుండేవాళ్ళ మీ స్మైల్కి?
Of course. What do you think? Yeah.
సో చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఎంట్రీ ఇచ్చారు. ఇప్పుడు ఏమేమి ప్రాజెక్ట్స్? ముందు మనం హ్యాపీ న్యూస్లు అన్నీ మాట్లాడుకుందాం, తర్వాత మన బాధలు. ఇప్పుడు ఏం ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు? ఏ లాంగ్వేజెస్లో చేస్తున్నారు?
I am right now, I'm here for some events and I've just started doing my performances and, meeting my fans and interacting with them and interacting with you also. That is what I'm here for right now. Apart from that, I'm listening to some scripts, working on it as well. And there are some interesting offers. So just looking forward.
More famous in songs, special songs and even characters also. సో మీకు ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ వచ్చింది, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఒక 5 minutes సాంగ్ వచ్చింది. ఏది మీరు చూస్ చేసుకుంటారు?
See, Bhargav, the thing is that for me, it's not about, the role or the, I think it's like a full package for me. I love to act. I love to be, acting is my passion. So I love to be in front of the camera and I love to dance and I love the Tollywood music and the full, all my, from Mirchi. And I was never really, I never really was into folk dancing as much. I'd done jazz dancing in Bombay and I had a dance group and all of that. But when I was offered Mirchi, which was like a full-blown massy song, and Raju Sundaram Master was doing it. It was a big challenge because I had not. But then I realized that it came to me so naturally, the whole moves and, and I enjoyed it more than anything.
సో ఫస్ట్ ఆ ఛాన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మిర్చిలో ఒక స్పెషల్ సాంగ్కి వాట్ యూ థింక్? అంటే అంతకుముందని హీరోయిన్గా మూవీస్ చేసి ఒక స్పెషల్ సాంగ్ అడిగారు. సో యూ థింక్ చేయాలా వద్దా అట్లా?
No, when I got the offer for Mirchi, it was director Kortala Shiva, and I think I was thrilled. I was thrilled to do this song because I was already I had done Anumanaspadam, I had done Adineta, I had done a lot of films in the, like the full-fledged films, and at that time I was doing a guest appearance in Iga with Rajamouli Garu. Yes. So, it was fun, and when this song came up, I was like, it's perfect. I get to showcase all aspects of my, acting talent and, all of that. So I took it up as a challenge because it was a difficult song to, get into. But what fun.
So after Mirchi, you did a lot of songs, special songs,
Oh
right?
yes, after Mirchi, I did a lot of special songs, and I enjoyed doing that. Okay, because at that point I realized that in Telugu movies, the unfortunately the actresses' roles are very very concised. Okay, it's like they start off with this one beautiful shot of hair flying and all of that, and then after which it is just like one or two comedy shots, and then the love kind of falling in love kind of a shot, and then there is a song, and then they forget about the actress till the climax, and then she comes in a beautiful
Finally.
song again. So I was like, I might as well do all songs which are going to give me the same thing. And I was lucky that I got to work with such amazing range of actors and directors and production houses. So after Mirchi, I think I did Attarinthiki Daridi.
Ramaya Vastavaya.
Yeah, Ramaya
Bye.
Vastavaya. Then I did Legend. I did King with Nagsa. Bhai with Nagsa. And I did then Sogade Chini Naina and all those. Yeah. So I got to do like a range of movies, and all these songs became huge hit. Like Laskatapa was such a big hit. Laukyam, I did
That's
both. Like I was
comedy.
a lead. I was a
That's
lead and this thing, and that was fantastic too because I got to venture into comedy.
Which type is your most difficult for you? Like emotion, dance, comedy? ఏది మీకు tough?
Emotion, dance, anger, and all that comes. Even action I've done a lot in my previous films. In Rudrama Devi also I had action scenes, and I had Adhineta, where I did full-fledged action roles. All of that comes naturally. What takes me a little effort is, I would say, romance. It's a little like I have to work on it because I tend to laugh a lot when I have to be romantic. It's like, how do you be romantic on screen? It's a little bit of a switch on, switch off.
Basically, you're a serious person or a romantic person?
What do you think? I'll leave it to you to answer.
మీకే వదిలేస్తున్నాం మేము కూడా. సో యూ బిలీవ్ గాడ్? దేవుడిని నమ్ముతారా?
Of course, I believe in God. Um, I believe in the energy, and I believe in the fact that there is a creator of this universe, and we are all driven by that energy. So I believe in God. Yeah.
సో బిఫోర్ మూవీస్కి వెళ్తే అండ్ యువర్ చైల్డ్హుడ్ కానీ కాలేజ్ కానీ అప్పుడు ఎలా ఉండేది? ఐ థింక్ అప్పుడు హంసనందిని కాదు, అప్పుడు పూనం, రైట్?
Yeah, my original.
ఎలా ఉండే కాలేజ్లో అండ్ ఇంట్లో? బాగా యాక్టివ్ ఉండేవాళ్ళ? సో డెడికేటెడ్ టు స్టడీసా?
I was not at all like a studious child I was just looking for chances to run out of the class. Okay, and I would be on the ground because I was a lot into sports. So I was into athletics. I was a volleyball player. I was a basketball player. And I used to do a lot of co-curricular acts. So dance was like a thing from then. Drama and dance came very naturally. So I used to just look for a chance. Any enrollment for any kind of a drama or dance or singing, I would go. I was like, okay, I'm out. So studies, chala boring. My God, it was something that I had to really push myself. But I was a good student, not bad, but I feel like our school academic is very boring. We need to have co-curricular activities. We need to have art. We need to have drama, and we need to have them as the major subjects,
major
not
entertainment
history.
segment.
Yeah, my God, yeah.
ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ అన్ యాక్ట్రెస్, సో యాక్ట్రెస్ కాకపోయి ఉంటే ఈ ఐ థింక్ స్పోర్ట్స్ కోటా లేదా గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్లో ఉండేవాళ్ళు.
That would be interesting. I haven't thought of that. Government job, yeah. No, but if I was not an actress, what would I be? I've really not thought of that. I think I'm very passion driven. Okay, so if I have to do a job, I don't think I would have ever got to do I wouldn't have gotten into corporate kind of a situation or a 9 to 5 job, because I'm not somebody who can sit at one place and stare at a screen. And I need open spaces and I need creativity. So I'm very creativity driven. I like to be creative in this thing. So I think I would have either been a chef or a traveler of a sort, or a anchor like you, like traveling and doing all sorts of things. And yeah, I would have done that.
So in movies, next, any other craft also you like a direction or anything?
I haven't thought of direction. You won't believe it. I had an offer,
Huh?
yeah, to
Where?
direct an ad film.
Oh,
Okay, and it came from a really good production house to direct. And so I've done a lot of ad films in
nice.
the
You're a
beginning of my career, and then
model.
in my modeling time. So that gives you a lot of experience. But I wasn't confident to be on the other side of the camera. But I think I like to be in front of the camera
ఫ్యూచర్‌లో.
more. Yeah.
సో, ఇంట్లో ఎలా ఉండేది? బాగా లైక్ అంటే లార్డ్‌లీయా? పేరెంట్స్ దగ్గర ఫ్యామిలీతో
Closeness.
ఆ!
I'm the only child.
హ్మ్.
The only
అచ్చా!
daughter,
ఓన్లీ డాటర్.
only child. Yes. So
నో
I
బ్రదర్స్, నో
no
సిస్టర్స్.
brothers, no sisters. I'm like my full focus 100% is on me, the entire family. So I enjoy that. And but at the same time, I have a huge family, which
హ్మ్.
is a joint kind of a
జాయింట్
family,
ఫ్యామిలీ.
and I have a lot of cousins. So I don't feel like I'm alone or I've not had siblings or something like that. I have a lot of sisters, and they're amazing. They're my best friends.
యూ ఆర్ ద ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్. మీరు ఇండస్ట్రీకి ఫస్ట్ పర్సనా? లేకపోతే
Yes, I
ఫిల్మీ
am the
బ్యాక్‌గ్రౌండ్
first.
ఏం లేదు.
Oh my God, कोई नहीं है मेरी फैमिली में, दूर दूर तक नहीं है. I am the first person to venture out in this glamour world, and I did it at a very young age, at 17, 18, Anumanaspadam, debut. So it was very early. I was only in my 11th junior college loan,
ఓహ్!
and yeah, so I got into that and started modeling and immediately started getting film offers. And
గ్రేట్.
here I am.
అనుమానాస్పదం వంశీ గారు చేంజ్డ్ యువర్ నేమ్ రైట్?
Yeah,
హంస
yeah,
నందిని.
Vamsi
సో
garu
వెన్
and
హి
Iliraja
ఆస్క్డ్
garu.
ఐ వాంట్ టు చేంజ్ యువర్ నేమ్ అని మీ నేమ్ మార్చాలి అని అడిగినప్పుడు వాట్ యూ ఫీల్? బికాజ్
I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. You can name me whatever, because at that time I thought I was only going to do one film.
అచ్చా!
I thought I felt like I don't think films are for me, and I'll just give it a shot. I don't know anything. I didn't know, where the cameras are set up and what to. I had not done any acting workshop or anything. I had
ఓకే.
modeling background a little bit, and but when I did the first film, and then the songs and everything became such a big hit, and I was like, okay, this comes
యూ
naturally.
ఆస్క్డ్ వాట్స్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ హంస నందిని?
Of
డైరెక్టర్
course I
వంశీ
did. Of course I did. No, they came up with this name. I think they looked at me and she like, she reminds us. So it was Iliraja Garu as well, because he was the music director
Yes.
of that, and they had like a discussion, and they were like, she looks like a swan. So
అచ్చా!
that's why it came with Hamsa,
హంస.
and then it came, and then they thought that Hamsa is very short, so Hamsa Nandini, because it's a name of a classical raga. So like, she reminds us of your personality is like a swan, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that. It's such a beautiful bird. So yeah.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు మహారాష్ట్రలో ఉన్నప్పుడు పీపుల్ కాల్ హంస నందిని ఆర్ పూనం?
Actually, everybody now calls me Hamsa Nandini, apart from my core family,
ఆ!
obviously, but everyone knows me as Hamsa only.
హ్మ్.
They actually call me Hamsa.
హంస.
Yeah,
అచ్చా!
but in the industry, they all call me Swan.
ఆ!
So that's why if you see my hashtag is Swan Stories,
అచ్చా!
because I put out a lot about travel and everything. So it's all Swan Stories. There were a few directors in the beginning and the heroes who
హ్మ్.
started calling me Swan, and that's how the industry started calling me Swan.
అచ్చా! ఇప్పుడు కూడా. నౌ.
Yeah, yeah,
ఇప్పుడు
yeah.
అందరూ స్వాన్.
Yeah, they all call me Swan.
అచ్చా!
Like the heroes and the directors, and yeah.
గ్రేట్. సో ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఫేస్ చేసిన ఎనీ బ్యాడ్ ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో మీకు టఫ్ సిట్యుయేషన్ ఏమైనా అనిపించిందా? కంపేర్ టు మోడలింగ్?
See, acting is it is a challenge. Okay, it is, everything in this field is very competitive. It is, you are you are put out in the, you have to give your 100% to that particular role. And for, I think, outsiders like us, people who are not from the industry, we cannot take that for granted, because second chance doesn't come
Yes.
easily. So the first chance, you have to hit it hard on that nail, because if you don't, then that is an issue. So for me, when my debut film actually was not a hit, You know, Anumanaspadam, the movie was not
But
a hit,
a
but
great team.
but the songs were a very
hit.
like they did really. Even today, when I call up people here, it's
That's it.
Pratidinam. You know, the song is on. So for me, it was a kind of a setback, and I thought that, you know, my career is probably ended before it started because the movie didn't do well at box office. And also, I realized that in the Telugu industry, uh, the filmmakers are very superstitious. So they're very like, you know, if it's a hit, then, you know, we will.
Yes, lucky girl.
It's the iron leg and the
Mm.
golden leg and the blah blah blah. And I was like, what is all this? And there are 200 people working on this film. Why is it always
24
the
cats.
actress who was given the? But then I got hits after hits after hits, and then I became what they call me, golden leg, and then they started calling me lucky charm,
Acha.
and
Even
so
she acted one song also good.
yeah,
Ala
yeah, like
ఆలోచించి.
even if it's a guest appearance, this movie is going to be hit. And I mean, I was lucky, but I wouldn't say that it was my luck because, or it was because of me that the movie. It's a movie, it's a team effort, and you know, there's so many people working on it.
సో యాక్చువల్గా మీరు ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు చూజ్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు లైక్
When I have to decide the role.
రోల్ ఏం థింక్
You
చేస్తారు?
know, frankly, the first thing I don't get into the nitty-gritty of the role and the scene. The main thing for me, the decision maker of a movie, is the director.
Yes.
So I will go with the director, even if he is, say, a debutant director, which I have worked with initially. I'll check what he's done. I'll see his work, and I'll decide on that. So the role for me comes second. First, it's the team, the setup.
క్రూ.
Yeah.
సో మీరు చాలా యంగ్ ఏజ్లో ఇండస్ట్రీలో అడుగుపెట్టారు యాజ్ ఎ హీరోయిన్.
Yeah.
సో మీకు ఏదైనా ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ లైక్ ఒక ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ పర్సన్ కానీ లేదంటే మీకు ఒక డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవడానికి మీరు ఎవరినైనా అడిగి సో ఎలాంటి క్యారెక్టర్స్ అవంటుడు అలా డెసిషన్ అడగడానికి ఎనీ పర్సన్ లైక్ ఇండస్ట్రీ నుంచి కానీ బయట నుంచి కానీ ఎవరైనా సజెషన్స్ కోసం?
It was always my dad.
ఓకే.
So he was managing me right from, you know, the beginning of my career. So I would discuss all of it with him. And another issue with me is I cannot sit and watch too many films. So I didn't have the understanding of, you know, films, but I used to make my dad sit and watch all the films so that I take the right decision. So he used to do that, and I used to have discussions. And after I started doing few films, then I had friends in the industry. Then I started taking, some heroes were really good friends, and you know, so I started taking their advice on, because you know, when you're coming from Maharashtra and you're coming into this industry, you don't, at that time especially, you know, when internet and the social media was not completely, when I entered in, you had to study, you had to do your homework, because we didn't know who, you know, the main actors were, what should we
ఫాదర్
do.
తెలుగు సినిమాలు చూస్తారా? పాపం ఆయనకి లాంగ్వేజ్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది.
Yeah. So dad used to watch, and dad has a lot of friends in the industry, so they all
Acha.
call him, and yeah, they did narrate the stories.
He's a business
and everything.
person?
Yeah, he ventured into his business. So my grandfather actually was an army officer, so it's a defense background. My dad ventured out and
కొంచెం
had his
స్ట్రిక్ట్
own.
రూల్స్ ఉండేవా ఇంట్లో?
No. He was not at all strict. Not with the grandchildren. Not with me. I'm the youngest granddaughter, so I didn't. Nobody was strict with me in my house.
సో యాక్చువల్లీ లైఫ్‌లో ఒక పర్టిక్యులర్ సాడ్ సిట్యుయేషన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు దానికంటే బిగ్ సాడ్ సిట్యుయేషన్ ఏమొచ్చినా మనం తట్టుకోగలం. లైక్ ఐ లాస్ట్ మై మదర్ చాలా యంగ్ ఏజ్‌లో. సో నాకు అది చాలా పెద్ద ఇన్సిడెంట్. సో తర్వాత ఎంత పెద్ద ఏదైనా నేను బికాజ్ అది ఫేస్ చేశాను. సో మీ లైఫ్‌లో కూడా మీరు ఫేస్ చేశారు. ఒక టఫ్ సిట్యుయేషన్ అన్నమాట. సో అప్పుడు హౌ యూ బయటికి ఎలా వచ్చారు?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you lost your mom too. Yes, so for me, I lost my mom when I was 17, 18 years old. So it's a big setback, and it's your entire life takes a 360-degree turn, because you know, your mom is is the person for you,
సో
right?
వి కాంట్ సీ ఎనీథింగ్. ఏం
Yeah,
అర్థం కాదు అసలు లైఫ్‌లో.
it's yeah, and suddenly what happened to me was that I felt like somewhere I had to fill her space.
Yes.
So I felt like, you know, I had to fill that void and be in that space and take up the responsibility. So suddenly, I think I became very mature and responsible
Great.
as a daughter or
Because
whatever.
you don't have sisters and
Yeah,
cousins are there.
yeah. So yeah, I mean that is another thing, that I'm the only child. So
Mm.
in a case where you lose your mom, it's a very lonely time, and I'm sure you've gone through it, so you know how it is. Um, so yeah, it was a challenging situation, but like you said, that because it was the most difficult situation that
In life.
happened in my life at such a early age, that has become like one of the what do you say, main reasons for my the way I am today, how I see life. I don't take life for
ఏ
granted.
అప్ అండ్ డౌన్స్ వచ్చినా we can face.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm saying that, oh, I'm strong and I can face anything. No, it's not like that. But I think it kind of made me ready. It kind of made me ready, and it kind of gave me the understanding that life is short and we need to live it to the fullest,
Yes.
and not and be kind and nice to people. It's a short life.
సో బట్ ఈ 2 ఇయర్స్ మీరు ఫేస్ చేసిన సిట్యుయేషన్‌ని
Yeah.
బీట్ చేయడానికి ఆ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఎలా వచ్చింది?
Uh, it was it I mean, the ups and downs that I have seen,
మీరు బాగా
are
బిజీ స్కెడ్యూల్‌లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎక్కువ మూవీస్ హ్యాండ్‌లో ఉన్నప్పుడే ఈ
yeah.
ప్రాబ్లమ్
So it was lockdown at
ఆ!
that time, which was just getting over,
హ్మ్.
and I was just starting off. So I just signed uh, 2 films,
హ్మ్.
and I had started shooting in July, post lockdown tarvata, and I started shooting, and half the movie was done, couple of movies, and I felt the lump.
ఆ!
So when I felt the lump, and then immediately I was taken into for biopsy, and all of that followed, and then I realized that this is going to be a long treatment.
యూ
So
ఫినిష్డ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్స్.
no, at
ఓహ్!
that time I could not, because I had to walk out of it and immediately go in for surgery
ఓహ్!
and immediately start chemotherapy. But thankfully, like I said, I have had such wonderful support from the film fraternity, that both my producers at that time, the ones that I was shooting for, said that, Hamsa, whatever you need, we will stop the project. Okay, you go, you finish your treatment, come back, and then we will shoot the rest of the film. So that's the kind of people I have in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. Yeah.
సో నౌ యూ ఆర్ ఫినిషింగ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఇట్స్
Yes, now I'm finishing,
ఓహ్!
completing a few
గ్రేట్.
projects.
తెలుగు.
Yeah. So it's on the hold right now, but yes, we'll start shooting
ఓహ్!
soon.
దట్స్ రియల్లీ గ్రేట్. సో అట్ దట్ టైమ్ ఆ 2 ఇయర్స్‌లో మీరు గాడ్‌ని నమ్ముకునేవాళ్ళా? లేతే సో యూ ప్రే ఫర్ గాడా? ఇంకా ఎనీ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి మీకు ఆ సపోర్ట్ వచ్చింది? డాడీ ఓకే. ఫాదర్ ఉన్నారు. ఇంకా
Yeah, no, so God, see, me and my prayers is a very, I have said this before, it's a very controversial thing. Um, I had my full support from my family, okay,
హ్మ్.
100%. And my family is somebody who is like, they're not like, oh my God, how can this happen with you? The drama is not there
ఆ!
in my family. Why did this happen to you? And so none of us have go into that, that sympathy circle, feeling bad and why me and all of that. No. So they were all like, okay, this has happened. We are going to deal with this. This has
చలో
to be
వాట్
done.
నెక్స్ట్?
What next? What do you need from me? You have to tell me. So they literally, that is what I needed at that time, and that that gave me the confidence that, and basically the belief that I'm not alone.
హ్మ్.
When you feel alone in a difficult
That's very
situation,
difficult.
it's very difficult for that person to. So I knew I was not alone. I knew that friends and family is there, and I went on with it. And as far as prayers are concerned, I am somebody who, um, during my mom's time, I did all those prayers, like, okay, Bhagwan ko bachao, and type of prayers, but it didn't work. So now for me, it's like I demand.
హ్మ్.
I'm like, okay, I need it right now. I deserve this. I don't deserve this. And
Yes.
act on it. So it's very
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్
controversial.
బీ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉండాలి మనం.
So I'm very demanding with God.
హ్మ్. ఓకే. నౌ యూ బ్యాక్. సో, ఇప్పుడెట్లా ఉంది ప్లానింగ్? ఓన్లీ తెలుగు ఆర్ అదర్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ కూడా ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటున్నారా మూవీస్ అండ్
Right now, my concentration is only Telugu,
హ్మ్.
and I have a few offers in Hindi, which are,
గ్రేట్.
and now with all the OTT and everything, I'm also, yeah, taking that into consideration.
సో, తెలుగు ఇండస్ట్రీలో మీకు ఇష్టమైన డైరెక్టర్స్?
All the directors that
హ్మ్.
I've worked with,
ఆ!
okay, like you
ఎనీ
just
డ్రీమ్ రోల్స్? డ్రీమ్ డైరెక్టర్స్. సో, ఐ వాంట్ టు డూ ఆయన డైరెక్షన్‌లో చేయాలి అని.
Sukumar Garu, obviously.
హ్మ్.
Yeah, Sukumar Garu is there. And the younger, the
ఆ!
fresher, younger lot which is coming up. Um, I I mean, I appreciate their work a lot, yeah. I mean, they're doing some amazing writing. The writing has improved and has, I wouldn't say improved, but I would say the creativity level on that front is now going very realistic. So it's a very interesting phase for cinema in whole, not just Telugu, but I'm loving the content, and there is a lot of content finally written for female centric roles.
యెస్.
So I think it's the best time to be in this.
ఇఫ్ యూ డైరెక్ట్ ఎ ఫిల్మ్, సో, మీరు ఫ్యూచర్‌లో మేబీ యూ బికమ్ ఎ డైరెక్టర్.
Yeah,
అప్పుడు ఎవరిని హీరోగా పెట్టుకుంటారు? ప్రెజెంట్ ఉన్న హీరోస్‌లో.
present heroes.
యూ ఆర్ ద హీరోయిన్ ఇన్ దట్ మూవీ.
I have to just direct.
ఆ!
Hmm. It's confusing, but I think I will go with Nani.
ఆ! ఓకే.
Yeah, yeah.
సూపర్. ఓకే. సో, లైఫ్ మళ్ళీ హ్యాపీగా ఉంది. సో, మీరు యామినీ ఫౌండేషన్,
Yamini Cancer
క్యాన్సర్
Foundation.
ఫౌండేషన్ అని
Yeah,
స్టార్ట్ చేశారు.
yeah.
సో, మీరు ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఫేస్ చేయడం వల్ల ఒక ఫౌండేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అనే థాట్ వచ్చిందా? లేదంటే మమ్మీ ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఫేస్ చేసారు. అప్పటి నుంచి మీకు ఐడియా ఉందా? ఐ వాంట్ టు డూ సంథింగ్ ఫర్ క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్స్ అని అప్పటి నుంచి ఏమైనా ఉందా?
Um, it was, because I'm somebody who is, like I said, like because of the family that I come from, we are onto it. So I read, and if there is one particular problem, I'll get into it and read and research it.
హ్మ్.
That's what happened when I had to go into the treatment. So I wanted to read and understand and talk to a lot of cancer patients,
ఓహ్!
women who were going through the treatment. And during my mom's side, I was on the other side of this disease. So I was the caregiver. I was part of you know being a caregiver, and now I was a patient. Okay, so I have experienced both, being on this side and that. So I understood that there are few things which are absolutely needed in India and are missing. So to begin with, it is support. Okay, like just counseling and support. There is nothing in India which helps you understand what a cancer patient needs, what the family needs to do for the cancer patient, what a husband needs to do for the wife, or whatever. So that kind of an understanding nobody tells you.
హ్మ్.
Okay, but that is very important. It's very important. It's very important to understand the nutrition, the hygiene, all of it for a cancer patient. It has to be extreme, because the treatment is so toxic. It's one of the disease that the treatment is more toxic than the
యెస్.
disease itself.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్‌లీ.
So it is so toxic that you have to take care of the nutrition, you have to take care of the hygiene levels, you have to, the mental health is very, very important. So all these aspects are missing right now in India. And the most important thing, diagnostics. So diagnostics for cancer is very, very limited in India. Okay, I don't know why, but it's very limited, because of which, and the cancer treatment is fabulous. I'm
ఓకే.
sitting here and telling you the cancer treatment is number one in the world. I would say that Mumbai, Hyderabad, all these metros, you'll get best treatments, no issues with that. We have the best surgical oncologists, medical oncologists, all of it. What we don't have is rehabilitation for um, cancer patients. What nobody tells you is understanding of the terminologies for oncology. Like जब ये C word पता चलता है तो तब brain shut down हो जाता है for most people, right? So you just don't know that, people just don't understand. They're so scared of that word that they just don't read up or understand or educate themselves. So it's very important to educate themselves. and at that point it's not possible. So because of which I thought that Yamini Cancer Foundation, that is what we want to do. We want to basically, so the main goal for our foundation is spreading awareness. Okay, so awareness for self examination, okay, self testing, genetic testing, all of this is missing in India. You know, it's, there is a huge confusion, and now what happens is anybody who feels a lump or there is some sort of a symptom or anything like that, they Google it, and what happens in Google is that you get all confused and
Yes.
mixed information. So
preparation.
we want to be one point of contact, which is, you know, for very very reputable point of contact, which is actually reputed by all the doctors, the main doctors who are into oncology, and you know, that is our motto. So awareness, diagnostics, and support, these three things.
Great, really great. So who is Yamini?
Yamini is my mom.
Acha, mom.
So Yamini Cancer Foundation, I named it in the mother in the memory of my mother.
Great, that's really great. సూపర్, స్టే బ్లెస్డ్. సో మీరు చాలా ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయాలి, తెలుగులో ఎక్కువ చేయాలి. మిగతా లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఓకే, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్, బట్ తెలుగులో మోర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్.
I will. Yes.
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Thank you so much. Nice being here. Thanks a lot.